Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So today I am going to do a collaboration with Roots and Refuge. They're here on YouTube. I'm sure many of you that are subscribed to my channel are already subscribed to them, but just in case you are not, please go ahead and check their channel out. They are a wonderful family, a large family that has a homestead and a farm in South Carolina. And Jess, the wife and mother of the family, came up with this idea for us to share information, books that we find useful for our gardening, cooking, homesteading, all of those kinds of things. So I'm going to share with you today my top three books for herbs and tea. I am an avid tea drinker and I do enjoy growing herbs, and I count on these books to help me a great deal. So, starting off, we're going to start actually with my number three book, and that is Backyard Medicine. This is the updated and expanded second edition, and it is by Julie Brunton Seal and Matthew Seal. So I enjoy this book because it gives you a lot of detail about the history of the herbs, different ways they are used. They've been used throughout the ages and different ways that they're currently used. So you get a really nice, long, detailed, and informative look into these herbs. And so that's what I enjoy the most about this book. It's not my go-to when I'm first looking up what an herb is good for, or what herb is good for what, or if I'm looking up a specific ailment. This is actually my second book that I go to, so that's why it's in the number three spot, but it is a great book. So there's only three that I'm highlighting today, so it's still a great book, and that is Backyard Medicine, the second edition by the Seals. Okay. My second favorite book for herbs and teas is the Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine. This is my go-to. This one is very well loved. This is the first thing that I pick up when I want to know about an herb, when I have an ailment, or one of the kids or my husband has an ailment, and I want to know if there's anything that I'm growing or that I can purchase that is a home remedy that can maybe lessen the symptoms or make us feel a little bit better, or just an all-around makes a delicious tea or anything like that. So this is by Andrew Chevalier. Excuse me if my pronunciation is incorrect, but I use this all the time. This is my go-to because the way it's laid out, when you go to the back of the book, they have it listed in different ways. So you can look up infants and children. You can look up things by specific ailments. If you already know the herb, you can look it up by the herb. So they just have a really user-friendly way of finding information. So I will find information, go straight to that herb or fruit or berry or whatever it is. And once I find it here, if that's not enough information for me, then that's when I pick up the Backyard Medicine, because I'm going to get a lot more information here once I already find out what herb or fruit or berry that I'm looking at for. So that's how I use those. I use them both in tandem. And my number one favorite book for herbs and teas is Grow Your Own Tea. This one is a personal favorite of mine. It's by Christine Parks and Susan Walcott. So I met Christine Parks. This is her book along with Susan Walcott. And she signed it for me. And I was in her tea making class, tea harvesting and making class. So I feel a personal connection to this book. I'll insert some pictures of myself and my friend Leanne. We went to a tea harvesting and making class that was held by Christine Parks. And Camilla Forest Nursery is the tea plant nursery that I visited in order to purchase my own tea plants, as well as attend a harvesting and roasting class that they put on in the summer. This was the summer of 2021. So, me and my friend Leanne, we attended the class and it was wonderful. We learned from Mrs. Parks how to harvest tea, how to prepare it, uh, by either steaming or roasting, rolling the tea, drying the tea, the entire process from start to finish. And it was beginner friendly. I had no idea how tea was made until attending the class, and I feel like I can make tea now, and I'm so grateful to have found this class, and I recommend it to anyone. Mrs. Parks is a very lovely, patient teacher, and it was just an overall wonderful, wonderful experience. So if you are in the North Carolina, the Chapel Hill area, or you can get there, I would suggest going by, checking out their plants if you're interested in purchasing. They also sell online. This is not sponsored in any way. I have purchased plants from them and I just recommend them. And here is myself, Leanne, and Christine Parks. This book, in my opinion, has everything that you want to know from beginning to having a sip of tea that you made, um, from growing your own tea plants, harvesting the leaves, drying and roasting the tea, and it it's just perfect. I love everything about this book. This is the one that I would suggest if you're interested in growing your own tea from Camellia sinensis. That's what we use for black tea, green tea, white tea. So if that is something that's interesting to you, um, Grow Your Own Tea by these ladies is the book that you need. I have 5 tea plants right now. There are 3 of them are about 5 years old, and 2 of them are about 3 years old. And I'm still letting them mature, so that's why I haven't made a tea making video myself. And I'm also still learning. Even though I have this book that's great, and I went to the class and I have some great notes, it's still an art form, and it's going to take me a little while to feel confident enough to share with you how to harvest and make your own tea. But if you want to get started, grab this book. This is my #1 favorite book for herbs and teas. That's Grow Your Own Tea. So if you are new to my channel, thank you for watching. On my channel, I talk about everything that I think is beautiful, but I never thought to talk about books, which obviously I find beautiful. So thank you, Jess from Roots and Refuge, for suggesting this idea. And I hope you all go and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye bye, everybody.